Get straight to some breaking news right now. Mount Juliet home is destroyed after this massive fire overnight. News Channel 5's Blake Rosnowski is live on Paradise Drive this morning with more. Blake, do we know what started that fire yet?
Adam, we're waiting for the fire investigator to come back out. He already was here on scene, but it was so dark and the fire was still blazing at the time. So he's going to need to reevaluate now that it's gotten lighter. But you can still see that more than 5 hours later, we still have smoke billowing into the air. The fire department is well aware of that. That's how they left it, because they said that's all they could do for the time being. But you can see just how massive this was at around 1:30 this morning. That's when it started here on Paradise Drive in Mount Juliet. They say it was a tough fight because this is an older neighborhood and there was no central fire hydrant, which created such a headache to bring water to the house. The flames started on the west side of the house and quickly engulfed the entire thing. The fire destroyed the home and 2 cars that were next to it. There were 6 people inside at the time, including a 6-month-old baby. The fire chief tells me one of the people inside woke up to a loud noise and realized their home was on fire. Everyone was able to get out of the home safely, and now the fire chief also tells me they have contacted the Red Cross in case that family needs any help, and they are also, again, waiting to bring that investigator back out so we can find out what exactly caused this to go up in flames. Live in Mount Juliet, Blake Rosnowski, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Blake. More breaking news. A home has been destroyed in an early morning house fire. This was in Antioch. Crews were called to this house on Monte Carlo Drive around 3:45. The homeowner says he woke up to the smell of smoke. He and 3 other people made it out of that house safely, as well as the family cat. If you can see, as you can see right here, very little is left of the home, and the Volkswagen Beetle was also destroyed. No word yet on how that fire began. A citizen tip leads to the arrest of a suspected gunman. Police say Andre Chamberlain is the one who shot a man at the Marathon gas station on John A. Merritt Boulevard. That victim is Keithyon McKnight. He was shot 6 times, and this morning he's still alive, thank goodness. Chamberlain is also a convicted felon, so he's being charged with having a handgun and with attempted homicide. Backed by tireless volunteers, sheriff's deputies in Dixon have still not found a missing 5-year-old boy, Joe Clyde Daniels. He disappeared from his home Tuesday night, but no one's giving up hope just yet. And News Channel 5's Sophie Nielsen-Colding joins us live from Garners Creek Road in Dixon. Sophie, what time does the search pick back up again this morning?
It's been going all night, but if you want to volunteer, you guys at home, that search picks back up at 9 o'clock this morning. You mentioned the Dixon County Sheriff's Office. It's not just them, it's also the TBI, Wildlife Resources, even Tennessee City Fire. They're out here too helping out. This is command set up for this massive search that's been happening. This little boy, Joe, has been missing for more than 24 hours now. He left Tuesday night wearing his pajamas. He left his house after his parents put him to bed. And with these sub-freezing temperatures, you can understand why people are so concerned. Volunteers, hundreds of them, came out yesterday. They were doing a grid search. They drained the ponds around here. The TBI had sniffer, scent dogs out here trying to pick up scents. They even had a helicopter out here as well. They were trying to pick up some infrared signals possibly overnight, but as of yet, that last check from being out here, the search has turned up nothing. So you can understand why volunteers are so desperate to find him.
That's why I'm here, because I don't know what I would do if it were me, so I want to help.
A lot of search and rescue. A lot of search and rescue people out here this morning, some coming, some going. No word on how these shifts are working, but there are a lot of people out here right now trying to find little Joe Clyde Daniels. He has autism and he is nonverbal, important for the people who are looking for him this morning. Back to the volunteering at 9 a.m. That's happening at Friendship Baptist Church here in Dixon, Highway 70 West. So if you want to help out, remember to dress warm and wear some good boots this morning. Live in Dixon, Sophie Nielsen-Colding, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Sophie. The community says goodbye to Officer Philip Meacham. Hundreds of people packed Christian County High School's gym to honor his life of service. Police say the native Hopkinsville resident was shot and killed by a man impersonating an officer last week. His friends describe him as compassionate, witty, and kind. The chief tells us serving his community was his ultimate passion.
I think everyone that goes into the law enforcement profession in the back of their mind knows that one day something tragic could happen. And every one of them, you have to remember, do it willingly.
The man who shot Officer Meacham was found in Clarksville. He was shot and killed by law enforcement.